Today we are going to work on dividing and what we are to do with remainders. So we're going to use one problem. We're going to use 4,122 divided by 12, and we're going to look at it several different ways. So let's start. First of all, we just need to do the division, right? So we put the 4,122 inside the house, and then we take our 12 and it goes outside. We're dividing this 4,122 into 12 groups. So we divide like regular. 12 goes into 4 0 times. Now, if I did want to go ahead and make my list of multiples for 12, I can do that off to the side here. Okay, so 12 goes into 41 3 times. 41 minus 36 leaves us with 5 left over. We bring down that 2, giving us 52. 12 goes into 52 4 times. 12 times 4 is 48. 52 minus 48 leaves us with 4, and we drop down that 2. 12 goes into 42 3 times. 12 times 3 is 36. 42 minus 36 leaves me with 6. Okay, so we know how to get to this part, but now we have a remainder here. So the question is, what do we do with the remainder? I have 3 rewritten problems. They match exactly what we just did, and we're going to do it 3 different ways now. One thing you can do is make your answer a fraction. Okay, so you can, our remainder is 6, my apologies. So we turn this into a fraction. This right here is your whole number. That means your whole number is the big number when we write a mixed number. This is left over. So that's your part that we haven't used. So that turns into your numerator. And then your 12 doesn't change. That's the number of groups. So that is your denominator. So you could rewrite your answer as a fraction, and that fraction would be 343 and 6/12, or simplified down to 343 and 1/2. Okay, so that's option 1. We can take our remainder, we can use it with our answer and turn it into a fraction. Option 2 is to keep going and make it a decimal. Okay, so here we would drop our decimal down because that's all we have. But we know that after every whole number, there's a decimal in zeros. So I could add on a 0 and drop it down. That gets me 60. So now I would just keep dividing. 12 goes into 65 times. 12 times 5 is 60. 60 minus 60 is 0. Now I can stop because I've got that 0 here and I have nothing else here. Now, if I didn't have a 0 here, I could keep bringing zeros down. I usually go to the tenths, hundredths place, so I kind of get some decimals. But sometimes it just stops right there, and then you're good to go. So we turn it into a decimal, we add in our decimal, we drop down zeros till we keep going. And then your third option is to use the remainder as part of your question or your answer. So sometimes let's say we had 4,122 cookies. We split them into groups of 12. How many boxes do you have? And then how many are left over? So that's your leftover. Or maybe we're putting those cookies into baskets. And then you would say, okay, how many baskets do I need? Well, this is how many baskets would be full, but then I would need to add in another one. So my answer might take this 6 and say we have 6 left over. We put those into another basket. So it would be 344 baskets. So that could be your answer, or add it to. So there's lots of different ways. This, you need to go ahead and read the question. What is the question asking you to do? And then otherwise, if you don't have a word problem, you need to pick one of these 2 methods to use.